Imagine a car with no rear window at all. A car whose dashboard is wider than your living room TV. A car that goes from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 3.9 seconds. And yes, it even has massage seats, not just for the driver, but for the rear passengers too. Now think about it. Was this car built in Germany, Japan, America? No. This car was built in China, and its name is AVATR 12. Today, we are going to talk about a car that is shaking the entire automotive world. BMW, Mercedes, Audi, all of them are paying attention. And this is not just about one car. This is about a shift. A shift in power, a shift in technology,
Check the
a
tolerances
shift
on the chassis
in the
before
future
the next
of
cycle.
mobility. If you enjoy content about cars, technology, and the future that most mainstream media ignores, make sure you stay till the end, because this story is bigger than it looks. Now, let's go back in time. In the early 2000s, if someone told you to buy a Chinese car, you would probably laugh. And to be fair, you wouldn't be wrong. Back then, Chinese cars had one clear identity. They were cheap, basic, and functional. They did the job, but nothing more. If you wanted luxury, you went to Germany. If you wanted performance, you looked at Italy or America. If you wanted reliability, you trusted Japan. That was the global formula, and most people believed it would never change. But industries never stay the same. They evolve, sometimes slowly, sometimes suddenly. And what happened in the Chinese electric vehicle industry was not slow at all. It was like a pressure cooker building heat for years, and then, suddenly, it exploded. New companies entered the market, new technologies emerged, new design philosophies appeared, and most importantly, a completely new way of thinking about cars began to take shape. Cars were no longer just machines for transportation. They became digital experiences, moving smart devices, rolling pieces of technology. And right at the center of this transformation stands AVATR 12. This car is the result of a powerful partnership. Chang'an, one of China's oldest and most established automakers, CATL, the world's leading battery manufacturer, supplying batteries to a huge portion of global electric vehicles, and Huawei, a technology giant known for its expertise in software, connectivity, and smart systems. When these three companies came together, they didn't aim to create an average product. They didn't aim for the middle market. They aimed for the top. And what they built reflects that ambition in every detail. Let's start with the design, because design is the first thing you feel about a car. Before specifications, before features, before price, design creates the first impression. And AVATR 12 makes a powerful one. The car is over 5 meters long, with a wheelbase of more than 3 meters. That puts it directly in competition with premium luxury sedans. But it doesn't look traditional at all. Instead of the classic upright luxury stance, this car is low, wide, and flowing. Its fastback roofline moves from front to rear in one continuous line. Even when it is standing still, it looks like it is moving. At the front, there is no traditional grille. Instead, you see a clean, sculpted surface. The headlights are extremely thin, sharp, and aggressive. They look more like precision blades than lights. At night, this car doesn't just appear, it announces itself. But the most surprising part of the design is at the rear. There is no rear window. Yes, completely gone. Instead of a traditional glass window, the car uses a camera system that displays the rear view on internal screens. At first, this sounds strange, even unnecessary. But when you see it in action, it starts to feel logical, almost like a natural step forward. This is the kind of design decision that signals change. Now let's step inside. The moment you enter the cabin, you realize this is not a conventional car interior. A massive digital display stretches across the entire dashboard, around 35 inches wide. Everything you need, Navigation, speed, media, driving information is integrated into one seamless interface. There are no unnecessary separations, no clutter, just a clean, unified experience. Compared to this, many traditional luxury interiors start to feel busy and outdated. At the center, there is another large touchscreen powered by Huawei's software system. If you have ever used a high-end smartphone, you already understand the level of responsiveness. Everything reacts instantly, smoothly, without delay. Voice commands actually work the way you expect them to. And because the car supports over-the-air updates, it doesn't remain fixed in time. It evolves. It improves. The seats are wrapped in premium materials. They offer heating, ventilation, and massage functions, not just in the front, but in the rear as well. And thanks to the long wheelbase, rear passengers get generous legroom. Long journeys become comfortable and relaxing. Above you, a panoramic glass roof fills the cabin with light, making the space feel even larger. At this point, you might start asking yourself, is this competing with mid-level luxury cars, or is it quietly targeting the highest segment? Now let's talk about performance, because this is where things get even more interesting. The dual-motor all-wheel drive system produces around 578 horsepower. Torque is approximately 650 Newton-meters, and acceleration from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour takes just 3.9 seconds. That is sports car territory. But here, it comes in a full-size luxury sedan. This is power combined with comfort. The battery pack is around 94.5 kilowatt-hours, and thanks to the 800-volt architecture, charging is extremely fast. In a short break, you can add a significant amount of driving range. The total range is close to 700 kilometers under standard conditions. In real-world terms, that means long-distance travel without constant worry about charging. Now let's talk about intelligence, because this car is not just fast, it is smart. It uses multiple cameras, radar sensors, and 4 LiDAR units. These systems work together to create a real-time understanding of the environment around the car. The vehicle can assist with highway driving, lane changes, and parking. And it does all of this smoothly, without feeling intrusive. It feels less like a machine, and more like a co-pilot. Now comes the part that surprises most people, the price. Because if a car with this level of design, technology, and performance came from a traditional luxury brand, it would likely cost between $80,000 and $100,000. But AVATR 12 starts at a much lower price in its home market. Even the fully loaded version is significantly more affordable than expected. Of course, prices may vary in different countries due to taxes and regulations, but the point is not the exact number. The point is what this represents. When this level of innovation becomes accessible at this price, it changes expectations across the entire industry. And that is what makes established brands nervous. Not just this car, but the direction it represents. Because this is not a one-time product. It is part of a larger movement. A movement where new companies are entering the market without the limitations of legacy systems. They are not bound by old rules. They are not protecting outdated technologies. They are free to rethink everything. And that freedom is leading to rapid innovation. Today, Chinese electric vehicles are entering global markets. Some are already established. Others are preparing to expand. Brands like BYD, NIO, Li Auto, and AVATR are gaining attention. And together, they are creating a wave. A wave that feels very similar to what happened decades ago when Japanese manufacturers entered global markets. We all know how that story unfolded. So what does this mean for the future? It means the automotive industry is entering a new phase, a phase where technology matters more than tradition, where software matters as much as hardware, where new players can compete directly with long-established brands. And for markets like India, this becomes even more interesting. As the electric vehicle ecosystem grows and infrastructure develops, new options will emerge. And when they do, they could reshape the entire premium segment. So in the end, AVATR 12 is not just a car, it is a signal that the future is arriving faster than expected, and that the rules of the game are changing. Now the question is simple. If this car becomes available in your market at a competitive price, would you consider it? Would you choose it over Tesla? Over BMW? Over Mercedes? Think about it, because the answer to that question may define the future of the industry. Now, if you found this interesting, stay tuned for more stories about technology, innovation in the future of mobility. The next big shift might already be on its way.